So if you have a conversation with Joe, what is the conversation going to be like? Like, what are you going to talk to him about?
At this point in time, it's nothing for me and Joe really to talk about. I just don't like him. I stay away from him. When you don't like somebody, you stay away from them. I let them niggas stay over there, and I stay over here because the reality of it is, I know what type of person you are. There's nothing that you can tell me that's going to make me look at you any different. While Bambaataa was running around playing with the little boys, Joe was running around playing with Chiquita.
Right.
Allegedly. You see what I'm saying? What are we going to talk about? And all the niggas that run around, that be running around, that know this stuff, that overlooks it, they ain't no different. I can't respect you as a man. So you be your way to me be my way. It is what it is.
So you definitely think that the people that are aware of the situation and they stand by him, you just at fault as much as he is for doing it because you...
Of course, because we supposed to be a village, a community, a village, and we're not. It's like Bishop Eddie Long. As long as you in a position and you got a big following, people will let you get away with murder.
Can you elaborate on the Liza Rios situation? You said that you lived in the same building as she did at one point.
She was living in my building homeless. After Pun died, I watched that woman become homeless. She lost her place. The only thing she had of Pun's was Pun's truck. She was living on the 7th floor in my building with Rachel.
And who is Rachel?
Rachel is one of my, she was one of my neighbors. And she was also
her relation. You know her relation to Liza?
I don't know. I don't know what their relationship was, but I know she took her in, and I know that Liza was living there in my building with Rachel, and I know that was foul to see. That Fat Joe was on top of the world and had that woman living homeless, and she had to take him to court to get $2 million out of his grimy ass. That was grimy.
Did you ever have a conversation with her while she was living in the building?
High and by, that's it.
But you knew that that Joe was behind basically not paying her and had her fucked up.
Well, I mean, Liza got to tell her story. Whenever she's ready, she got to tell her story because I can't tell her story for her. But people done heard enough. There's enough out there already.
So with the situation with TA, right? Like you had the conversation with him, the interview and everything. Did that open up your eyes even more about what kind of dude Joe really is, or did you already know?
You could already see his resume. You could already see what he is. But as far as like him talking about the Chiquita chick and some of the other situations that's been going on in them hotels, it's like, well, he got to tell his story because I feel like even in your interview with him, there's a lot that TA held back.
Yeah,
he was lenient on Joe. There's a lot he held back that I spoke to him about, and it's like, wow. That's why you got to be careful traveling with them entourages, man. You got to be careful, real careful.
Yeah, I felt like he barely scratched the surface. Like there's a lot more.
There's a hell of a lot more that it's like, man, listen, but that's the industry life, man. That's the industry. That's why you got to be very careful going on them tours playing with them groupies. Just because a girl decides to sit in your presence doesn't mean that you have the right to stick your hands in her crotch.
Right.